Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Oh my gosh, we've been MIA. I'm sorry. But first, happy Mother's Day to all the amazing, beautiful mothers, plant moms, pet moms, any kind of mom, you name it. But we're going to do a garden tour, and I'm going to show you guys what's been going on out here. And there's a few things that definitely need to be done. The sun is bright. It feels amazing. Allergies a little bit bothering me, but we're going to get through, okay? So let's get into it. Let's go. All right, y'all, as always, excuse the background noise. I live off of the highway, which is off of the lake, so it is noisy. You can see my environment is very wildlife looking. So you'll hear loud birds and all kinds of stuff going on. So I planted peppermint in this beautiful white planter to kind of go with the vibe. We're going with the white and red here. It's doing amazing. In this bed here, we have thyme and potatoes growing, which are doing awesome. There's a little dill there in the corner as well. Gotta do some weeding. This bed has dill in the corner here, along with corn. The germination was very sporadic, so I planted some more in here to hopefully get them to pop up pretty quickly. There is calendula. Is that calendula? Yes, these are calendulas. So I'm going to be like taking those and putting them throughout the garden. Hopefully, let us pray. I really am hoping that those come through. Now, we had sunflowers planted behind the beds, but I was brutally attacked and they are gone. So I replanted sunflowers. The dill plant is gone, also eaten. We have basil in here. There's radish down there. And this whole line here is celery. And the red that you're seeing on top of the leaves is cayenne pepper that I sprinkled out last night. Pansies in here are doing amazing. I come through and I pick off all of the, I deadheaded. This one is not bounced back yet. I'm not really sure. Well, it might do something. Okay. There's a strawberry plant in here, as well as another dill plant. Beautiful tomato going here, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this one. This tomato plant, I have a can of sardines that I planted directly under it before I planted it, right? Which is the same variety, and the same time I planted this one. Now, I'm going to take that tomato off because I really feel like that I want this to get, bigger and better. I mean, you can tell, look at that one compared to this one, which is so much greenery, so I hope y'all can see that. And there's a cherry tomato in the middle. So these are also first year beds, which I put compost in. I grow in strictly compost. I'm in zone 7B. I wanted gardening to be, a little bit affordable, so I don't buy bag soil. I have a composting facility here that sells mulch and compost, very affordable to the residents here. So that's what I use, which I'm starting to learn going into my 3rd year of gardening that I don't care how much you put fertilizers and different things like that. You really do have to, nourish that soil. Like your soil, especially starting from like blank, is going to take a year to kind of really acclimate and get great, But this is a strawberry bed. That's sage back there in the corner. Sage here, which both of these really took some time to take off. You can see the damage from the sunflower here. That's the stem gone. There's a pansy. This pansy right here is going on its 2nd year. I had it in a bed. I think I had it in a bed down here because I moved the beds. There was a bed here. Matter of fact, you know what, guys? I might be wrong. I think this is a 2nd year bed right here. This soil, I added more, but that pansy was in there. And I moved it to in here with the strawberries. There's chamomile in here. I forgot about that. She's doing beautiful. And the marigold is not so happy. So, she got 8. That's why. What the world? Okay, just noticed that. All right, we'll have to figure out something about that. That was a start that I bought. But this beautiful marigold right here, strictly started from seed. She is about to flower, but I am so happy. There is nothing like doing it from seed. Like, I love buying my little plants from the farmer's market and box store if I have to. But honey, it is a different flex when you do it from seed. in this beautiful bed, which I have rigged. Before I knew what I was fighting against, you guys, I was like, So I got the bird netting all around here. It's taped up and zip tied up and all kinds of stuff. But there's onions in here, carrots, marigold. That one's also from seed. What else is in here? The tomato. This one is doing awesome. Flower one, I need to put support in here for those. This one 8 off. And this amazing variety of green beans right here is a bush variety, which some of them have been eaten, and I planted more. We would talk about that. And also, you guys, my onions are not doing well. I don't think that I planted them deep enough originally. A few of them have already started to go to seed. This morning I popped one off, but I'm kind of discouraged because I really didn't want to do onions this year, but I guess I could try again in the fall. Another sunflower, gone. This is my okra bed. I had planted some peppers in there, but honestly, y'all, I planted those out too early and they have suffered. So I may just give me a little starter and go on with my peppers. And look at this. It's also, let's focus. This is a zinnia. Now y'all have to tell me if I'm doing this right or not, because that's a bud, but you know, they've been in here for a while. And they're just now starting to do something. I don't know. I thought they were going to die. This is a nasturtium, if that's how you say it. Zinnia. And then there's one right here, too, that's growing in this bed. Which this bed has rosemary, garlic, potatoes that have been decimated. Dill, also 8. And cucumbers to trellis. I've planted more cucumber seeds because they were looking a little... And me personally right now, I just really don't want to start off with, like, you know, sickly plants and starts. I want them to be healthy from the beginning so that this growing season will be great. We have our, look at this, y'all. These things come with vengeance. I'm sorry to get off track, but like, whoa. This was not just like this. Like, they are, which we're still covering and doing things, but that's why the situation for everybody's yard is going to be different. It's not really recommended to put landscape fabric down. A lot of people don't like it, especially putting mulch on top. Now, we just covered, so the mulch is not very thick right now. We plan on building this up over the next couple years. You know, we already probably invested about $1,000 so far, maybe a little less, or a little more, from getting these beds with the, you know, the rock and the mulch and everything together. So we're just going to take our time, but the aesthetic is there. So the reason why is because we want to try to keep these from doing this. We just have to cut it all the time, but oh my God, y'all, it grows so fast. Everything they planted here is very invasive. These vines all the time, you know, look at that. It's just everywhere. So rant over, sorry about that. This is a beautiful kumquat citrus. There we go. Tree. Oh, there's another little kitty patootie. This one is not doing well. I don't know what happened with that one, but I've got to figure out how to take care of this. I just bought it because I wanted some citrus, and then we have the Meyer lemon down here, which is also growing, and I need to pot that. Now this is called cat's tail, I believe. Last year it died. These things get so massive, I don't even know if I really want this here. I told my husband, let's leave it because we've seen the greenery coming out of it. And it gets really pretty, but oh my God, they get massive. So I'm not really sure if I want to keep that 100% or not. But see how this skipped is back there and then it just pops up. You know, it just like, and we are chemical free. I don't spray things. Like, how you got a whole tree that just pops up? These things like in the middle of your yard. It's so annoying. They're everywhere. And so on to the next bed. Here I planted in the right front is some what are those called? Bachelor buttons and calendula. And I found my perpetrator by coming out here, and this is one of my chamomiles. Now this plant right here was big, y'all. It was so bushy and big and beautiful. And I looked at her and I was like, something's not right. And then I looked right here, and that is a print of a deer. So that's what I figured out I figured out, like, okay, that's because I could tell my veggies were looking like the top of them were being bitten off, not bug problems or anything like that. It literally looked like it was just being stood over and bit off. So I was right about that. We have marigolds in here, chamomile. There's more potatoes in here. I definitely have been weeding. I'm gonna get all those out. More chamomile. The strawberry, well, this is strawberry bed number 1. This is what the origination of strawberries started, you guys. Actually, no, the origination of strawberries started in a pot, and it was one plant. And over the past years, when did I get that plant? No, we're gonna go on 2 years, almost. Because 2021 is when I started gardening. So they are doing, forgive my allergies, they are doing absolutely beautifully. See if I can, they're so lush in there, which I also have bird netting over. And I want to say this is catnip, y'all. I bought this for the bees. It died back over the winter and came back so beautiful. But, you know, according to looking at the leaves, they similar to mint, and the flowers, I think this is catnip. And I really need to figure out what it is so that I can use it. I planted more garlic in here and it's sprouting, but the berries are beautiful. I've got to come out here and harvest some of those. And then over here, I'm so proud. Oh, this is oregano. This is oregano, and this is lavender. And we have cayenne peppers that are coming in. Those are all cayenne, and these front 2 are jalapeno peppers. Now, these have been through it, y'all. They have come back so beautiful and green. I did put them out too early. They went through some cold nights, and I just didn't think they were gonna survive, but I left them here, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna let it go for it. I deadhead all of my flowers, all of them, and they bloom out so big and beautiful. They keep on producing, and they just get here. They love it here. There's peppermint, and on my porch up there, I have peppermint, lemon balm, and eucalyptus. And then I'll take you all around to the salad bed, and that will conclude our garden tour for May of 2023. All right, guys, still doing some garden cleaning. Last year, you guys, if you didn't know, I grew in 5-gallon buckets as well. They were all lined here. I had tomatoes climbing the fence, cucumbers climbing and everything like that. But my husband really didn't like it. So we opted to put more beds out and take the buckets away. I can compromise, right? Now, this is thyme that's been here for about 2 years. Pretty little haircut. This is my salad kitchen garden. I love it because my kitchen window is there and I can just look out. And you guys, nothing bothers this back here really. They don't eat it. Of course, a little bug damage and things like that, but there's kale, romaine, there is Swiss chard, parsley. I forgot the name of those 2 types of lettuce. Romaine, pansy, that's red leaf lettuce. There's chamomile back here that's being overtaken by this, which I was gonna let go to seed. I think I should just go ahead and pull that because it's blocking the chamomile, because I have another one right here. But this bed is just life for me. We have had so many salads and still able to, it gets a little bit of sun here, maybe about 3 or 4 hours, and then it shades out. And I really think that that's why this bed does so amazing with like spinaches and the leafy stuff, because it gets just that right amount of sun and then it's cooled off, you know? So I love this bed. I really wish I had more growing space back here to do things like this for more greenery and things, but back here is a mess of bamboo. It just pops up behind the shed right here. You can, yeah. So it's like a jungle, but, and we cut this stuff back, y'all. It's like it doesn't even phase it, but it is what it is, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna figure it out organically, because I'm not spraying anything. I don't want to continue to add to the global issue that we're already having with so many things being in our food. Is that aphids? What is on? No, what's going on with this? It's a different color. Okay. And that's one thing for me. I'm fortunate to be able to have time to really come out here, look at my leaves, and really check and make sure things aren't, I've never had tomato hornworms, because I also hear people say they don't spray their leaves. The tomato plants are like to be sprayed, which may be true, but you're risking leaving eggs on there and different larvae and things that if you're just not, just wetting the roots. I spray my plants. I spray them, but only early in the morning or in the evening, so they're not stressed by the sun damage. Well, not sun damage, you know what I mean, but just by the sun all day. I make sure that I do it at that right time. Most of the time I do that in the evening, and I spray underneath really good, so any type of aphids, anything like that, I don't have super heavy infestations because I'm catching it early or whatever the case may be. But thank you guys so much for tuning in with me, your favorite gardening realtor, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.